across America, incredibly talented artisans are making amazing objects the old-fashioned way, by hand. On this episode of Handcrafted America, things are so hot. I meet a Kentucky artisan who creates entire books one letter at a time.
You realize you're creating heirlooms, don't you?
A custom bike maker with a 7-year wait list.
I was awarded Best in Show at the North American Hand-Built Bicycle Show.
And finally, it's bottoms up in Seattle.
It's beautiful. I just know. It's so cool.
Lots of amazing handcrafted artisans next. It should be quite a ride.
I'm doing it! Here I go!
Seattle is known for its coffee, its music, and, well, rain. I know it's sunny right now, but look over there. That's rain. But something you may not know is Seattle is a mecca for glass blowing. Seattle has more glass blowing studios than any other city in the U.S., so it's no surprise that some of the country's best glass artists live here, including Marsha Wiley. She's come up with an incredible design that turns a simple glass of water into a kaleidoscope of color. Please show me some of your
Oh, I'd love to. So what I'm known for is my beautiful drinking glasses. Here's an example of one of my glasses. If you hold it and wiggle it around a little bit, you'll see the color shift.
It's beautiful.
Kind of like a kaleidoscope.
So cool.
What's unique about my work is that I am transforming an everyday object.
Okay, Marsha, you tell me about this kind of glass that I'm looking at. It looks so sci-fi to me. It looks like space.
This material is called dichroic glass, which means two color.
Okay.
And it's a very special type of sparkly glass that acts like an iridescent peacock feather. So the way you look at it affects what color you see.
So this is how you start a glass. You would
Exactly.
cut the circles out.
Exactly.
And then you do what?
And then I heat it in a kiln, and I heat it in such a way that it creates more of a granular, kind of glittery substrate. This circle is melted on to the base of the drinking glass during the glass blowing process.
The brilliance of Marsha's design is that the clear, thick sides of the glass reflect the colorful base. She creates these colorful mosaic vases by cutting small pieces of dichroic glass with a glass scratcher, then arranging them on a circle.
There you go. You got it. Perfect. Squeeze. Bingo.
I curved mine. I'm crazy.
You're an advanced student.
That's the first time I've ever heard that.
Now, for the even cooler, hotter part, we're on our way to the hot shop where Marsha's team will fuse the base of the glass to something you can actually drink out of. And I think they call it a hot shop for a reason.
You must be Ryan.
I am Ryan.
Hi, Ryan. I'm Jill.
Hi, Jill. Good
nice
to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So Ryan is
Wow.
a very talented glass blower who I am blessed to have make my cups.
I've been working with Marsha for about 9 years. Glass is a team sport. When you work as a team, you can make things that there's no way you would be able to make on your own.
How do I look?
The base that I created has been baking in the kiln just long enough to melt the glass without losing its shape.
Okay, so I'll open this up and take a peek. Your piece
My piece is
towards
in there?
the back.
Hello!
Hello!
Beautiful.
Now the base is ready to be fused onto an actual drinking glass. This is where Ryan works his magic. He starts by gathering molten glass on a hot iron rod.
I go about 2.5, maybe 3 inches into the glass without the pipe turning, and then I start rotating to gather the glass on. So now I'm just letting this cool down, and then I'm gonna go in for another gather on top to get the final amount that I'll need to make this cup. Now we're gonna cool the stick. Careful.
This looks like an old method there. That looks
certainly
like an old
is.
bucket.
This tool right here is called a block, and it's made of wood. So what I'm doing here is I'm shaping the outside, putting a cold skin on it. Now I just pressurize that pipe, and we watch the bubble push its way out.
Now, the moment I've been waiting for. Ryan places the glass in a mold, then attaches the hot glass to the base.
this point, I'm heating just the bottom, and I'm melting that disc of dichroic glass in.
Now this is an old-time technique, using a wooden paddle to push the base onto the glass.
Bring that paddle over here. Okay, go ahead and paddle.
What do I do?
Right there, just like that. And let it ride on the paddle a little more. Let it ride up and down so it stays on the wet spot. Good job. Looks good. Looking for scratches.
So the piece is done, and it's been transferred into the kiln. So it will cool down to room temperature over a period of 24 hours. So it will be ready for you to come by tomorrow and pick it up and take it home and make your favorite cocktail in it.
Can we all clap for my piece? Oh yeah.
Marsha's glasses look so simple, but now that I know how much work goes into just one glass, I'm even more impressed with the brilliance of her design. This man is the top custom bike builder in the country.
Everything the guy does is like over and above anything that you'll ever see in a store.
I'm gonna take a spin next. When I think of mountain biking, I think of trails, the mountains. But yet here I am in the middle of Ohio at this place called Vulture's Knob. How did I get here? Wooster, Ohio. It's a small city masquerading as a small town. Wooster, Ohio may be known as a college town, but I'm not here to talk about academics. I'm here to talk to a man who is a legend in the bike making world. He pushes boundaries and, well, he doesn't play by the rules.
Rody is not just a craftsman, he's an artist.
Everything the guy does is like over and above anything that you'll ever see in a store.
No, you can't get this kind of work just anywhere. Rody Walter, owner of Groovy Cycle Works, is a world-renowned bicycle maker.
One of my crafts is made for the individual and them alone. But I wanted to speak to them on a very intimate level. And hopefully that's what I achieve with each customer.
How did you go from being a firefighter to designing and making bicycles?
You know, we all have our hobbies, and cycling was one that my wife and I shared very intimately. We spent our honeymoon riding through Vermont on a tandem. And she wasn't very happy about that because the bike we were on had no suspension. So every little bump transferred right back up to the bike into private areas that aren't meant to be punched like that. I did the literal napkin sketch and found a builder who was willing to work with me on designing a one-off custom bicycle. And I asked him, is there any way that you could take me on an apprenticeship and teach me how to do this? He said, can you work hard and keep your mouth shut? I said, I can do one of the two. And that began about a 2-year apprenticeship.
I want to know what it is that you look for in a person when you're building a bike.
Your personality and who you are really comes out in the finished work.
I love all the polka dots and things like that Rody puts into a lot of his design, so I kind of gave him a little bit of direction on that, and then he kind of came up with the creative genius. I think that's what he's good at.
He's able to make a cyclist's dream come true before they can even verbalize what their dream is.
So I have a vision of what I would like my bike to look like.
Share it.
I want a unicorn bike, and I want it to have a unicorn horn, and I want it to have a tail and hoofs.
It's a sharing of personalities, both yours and mine.
Look, do you want to win awards, Rody?
No. No, I absolutely do not.
Because the unicorn bike would have won you awards. Let's pretend that I was your customer. You're gonna make a bike for me. What is the first step in the process?
We're gonna start off with some measurements.
Okay.
And the first thing we're gonna do is measure your overall height.
Okay.
Next, we're gonna palpate down until we find your sternal notch, which is located right there. And we'll measure from your sternal notch down to the floor.
My sternal notch.
And so basically what we're doing is we're subtracting your head.
You're so specific.
Well, we need to be because you're specific.
That's right, I am. And complicated.
And
Let's not forget complicated.
Unlike a manufactured bicycle, which has to be made in specific set sizes, when you're crafting by hand for the individual, everybody's different. So I have to have a fixture that is incredibly variable. And I use the word fixture because it basically holds all the pieces, parts of the bike together until we can weld it, melt it all together, and have it come off in one piece. This is like a 3D blueprint. So everything has to be adjustable to the customer, or in this case, the measurements that we took from you.
And this one will do it.
And this one will do it.
All right, show me how.
When we come back, I'm gonna take the grooviest ride of my life.
Here I go! Are you still holding me?
I heard that you won a very prestigious award.
I was awarded Best in Show at the North American Hand-Built Bicycle Show. I have a customer who came to me, and he is an avid surfer. So he wanted a bike that would be able to transport he and his boards. It had to be an old, retro style. So we incorporated wooden fenders and wooden rims that are reminiscent to those old Woody days. When you look at it, some people will say, well, you know what, that's overdone. But this was exactly my customer's vision. And we have our seat tube prepared. And this is a laborious process.
So how long does it take you to make just this piece?
Can take anywhere from 2 to 6 hours.
2 to 6 hours
Yeah.
just for that piece?
Yeah.
If just that piece takes 6 hours to make, how many bikes do you make a year?
I try to focus on between 10 and 12 bikes a year.
With that kind of attention to detail, it makes total sense that Roadie's bikes start at $6,000 and go up from there.
So I not only make the frame, but I make the fork that extend down to the front wheel. I make the cranks, which is the part that helps your legs propel the bicycle forward. I make the seat post that extends from this. I make the handlebars and stem together in one
Can I
piece.
just ask you what you don't make?
Is that
easier?
I don't make the tires. I don't do very well with rubber molding, so I don't make that. I try to use as many skill sets as I have to put into the final product, because I believe that the more that gets done here, the greater the probability that I'm going to meet the customer's vision.
I couldn't believe how well it fit. I had to make no adjustments whatsoever. This bike handles so well, and I feel safe.
We'll fit the head tube in right up here. Nice
Feeling
and
it.
easy. Yep.
I'm
See how it's
feeling
getting
it.
tighter and
Yeah,
tighter?
yeah.
Our fixture's gonna hold it in place. That's gonna yield a very strong, accurate frame that's gonna be easy to weld.
Roadie welds all the tubes in the fixture to lock them together. Then we silver brace the bolts for every biker's best friend, the water bottle holder.
The custom paint is kind of just what makes it.
There was 4 different colors that went into it, that he had to use like 300 or 400 zip ties and then spray the paint through it.
Before we can paint, we have to prime. 8 hours later, after it dries, Roadie applies his one-of-a-kind paint job, and voila, it's an orange Dreamsicle bicycle. It's no unicorn bike, but it'll do.
What crazy customer would ask you to build a zombie bike?
Obviously one with no brains.
Oh!
What you see is not paint on this finish. This is actually ceramic. What had never been done before was this level of detailed application. I mean, you can see in the application of the zombies, I mean, down to the very fine details of the lines. We have biohazard symbols on the front, complete graveyard scene on the down tube. So we really tried to push the limit of what was possible. It's really been embraced by the hand-built industry, and all the manufacturers are looking at it and saying, oh man, we're behind the ball again.
Now that I can appreciate Roadie's process, I can't wait to see if they're trail-worthy.
Okay, all right, so this is a little intimidating to me.
It's not easy. We're gonna do it. You ready?
I'm
gonna
ready.
push you, and we're gonna go. Here we go.
Okay, I'm doing it! Here I go! Are you still holding me? Oh, God. Ah!
Okay, so maybe I'm not a mountain biking professional, but this bike makes everything easier. It definitely rides as good as it looks. This has been awesome.
I'm so glad you can come out, but it's not over yet.
What's left?
The good, bad, and ugly trail. Let's hit it, girl.
Oh no. I hope it's only the good that we've got left. Building a book, one letter at a time.
He's a craftsman of the first order.
Here it is. It's perfection. Here we are in one of my favorite places, a bookstore, where there are books and there are books.
Gray Zeiss, master of the letterpress, has been making books one at a time, letter by letter, for more than 40 years.
He's an artist, a designer, a poet, a little bit of a philosopher. He's one of the finest printers living.
He's a craftsman. He's a craftsman of the first order.
I'm here in rural Monterey, Kentucky to meet this award-winning book printer. It isn't easy getting here, and if it rains too much, you may not be making it across the bridge to his print shop. But we have arrived, and wow, was the trip worth it? Ah, Gray, I'm so excited to see you.
It's good to see you
The
too, Jill.
smell of this place. This is my favorite part, the smell. How many people say that when they come in here?
Just about everyone.
Oh, that woody combination of ink and dust and thick paper that just whispers book.
We print and publish books here.
Okay.
And we set all our type by hand in metal type.
This is a lowercase a.
This is a backwards lowercase a,
It is.
because it has to be.
Well, when you're
goes
printing
on there.
letterpress, you're printing directly into a page.
Do you have any like smiley faces we could put on there?
No.
You don't have emojis? Gray, you know this isn't the easiest way to make a book, right? Why is this
No,
better?
this is hardest and most expensive way.
So why
of making
why is this better?
Well, the end product, I think, is better, more attractive. Plus, I like the hands-on approach of everything we do in making our books.
Gray's work costs anywhere from $2.50 for a card to $5,000 for a large book.
I first saw one of Gray's books in 1985 when I was a freshman at the University of Kentucky. I saw it in a local bookstore, and I just thought it was the most beautiful book I had ever seen in my life. And so I just thought, you know, someday I would love to have a book published by Larkspur Press.
And guess what? It happened.
It took 20 years, but it finally happened.
How does that feel to have one of your books in the bookstore?
It's caring, it's dedication, it's integrity. I mean, it's just a laser-like focus on, you know, his calling in life, which is to make these beautiful books.
When Gray says, I have the proofs of your book, it's like Christmas. It's like Christmas when you're a kid. So when you speak of a book of Gray Zeitz's, it's not just about the writer. It's about the person who designs, who sets the type, who binds the book, as well as the person who illustrates the book. That's what makes his work so special.
Gray's motorized press is 100 years old. An ink disc wets a plate of metal type and then clamps down on high-quality paper.
We're going to print 2 pages at a time. We're going to surround that with a metal frame called a chase.
So this is all really held in by pressure.
By pressure. Then it's ready to put in the press. Now, when you want to print, you'll feed your sheet in to these pins and pull this lever back.
Here it is.
It's perfection.
When I'm running this for a run, I'll print 3 to 5 sheets in a row like this. Then I'll stop it and I'll let it roll once or twice, and then I'll repeat that process. Every 33 sheets, I'll put a little dab of ink on there.
Gray, you did well. I'm impressed, is what I'm trying to say, Gray. I'm impressed. I'm impressed, get it? Oh, you don't think that's funny.
But you realize you're creating heirlooms, don't you? It's like an automatic heirloom.
With a lot of help. I mean, Leslie works with me here in this shop.
Tell me a little bit about the process, what you're doing here.
The first thing you do is we hand fold each page individually, and you collate them into what are called signatures, a gathering of pages.
How many pages?
This happens to be a 16-page signature, and this is a relatively small book. It's got 4 signatures. This is one book, and this is the same book. So when I get ready to sew the books together, what I'm doing is sewing the signatures to each other.
It's perfect. There's no frills to it. There's no gilt edges. It's just a very clean, beautiful artifact.
Now, I joke that I was impressed by Gray, but I really am. I mean, think about what he does. Every letter of every word on every page. That's phenomenal devotion to craft, and all of our artisans share that dedication. So let's raise a kaleidoscope glass to our book, bike, and glass maker who continue to do things the hard way, and in so doing, make our drinks more beautiful, our rides smoother, and create heirlooms in binding.